Oh no. But anyway, formation lap is now underway. And we can run through the order once again. We can see what the tyres are on at the bottom. So we've got Mike on pole, Matthias, all-rounder, Danny, Project and RBZ all on the mediums with Delta on the softs. Suarez has unfortunately had to leave the session, so he's now out of the Grand Prix. OMG, it's Joe is in ninth on the mediums. Christian is on the softs, and Feisty Ted surprisingly deciding to start on the soft despite being in P11. Not sure about that one. Maranzano in 12th on the hards. Clark's also on the soft, surprisingly, in 13th. Monster and Vapid are on the medium tyre. V6, Gorsh Crab are on the hards, and Camundo also on the soft tyre. So it looks like he'll be looking to make some early inroads.
It's a bit odd.
Maybe looking to make some early inroads, unless that's some sort of glitch, but I'll be surprised because that's an interesting decision from Camundo. And he'll be probably looking to make some early inroads, that'll be his plan, and to quickly make his way up the field. But yeah, whether a one-stop is still possible, I don't know. He's probably done enough testing to find out that it must be. And hopefully there's no safety car due to your car, but we'll see. Hope it's just a virtual one, if any. Here we go then, we're finally about to get underway for the Grand Prix. It is taking first position at the moment, but that'll be given back to Mike as they line up on the grid for the start. Hopefully an exciting race. We have 26 laps of action here at Silverstone, and it's promising to be a great battle out in front. Can all-rounders stick with the top guys? Can RBZ make his way through from 6th on the grid? That's the questions that will be answered in a matter of moments. We've got Nico Hulkenberg
just getting ready to line up now.
Exactly what
He's going to get the jump between Matiz and Mike.
Yeah, all important start.
All rounder in third. Again, he's probably the wild card now. This race. Danny in 4th.
Yeah, no longer.
Maybe looking to get into that podium spot and quickly pull away from RBZ. Make sure he doesn't catch back up. But we're about to get ready now. Here we go.
Here we go indeed. And we're going to go not on board with Camundo, we're going to go on board with Mike, as it's 5 lights. And it's lights out, and away we go. Looks like a pretty decent start. Oh my god, what's happening behind? Huge lag start, appears like loads of cars off in the background, but it's Mike Marshmallow who leads the British Grand Prix. He maintains the lead.
It put me in my car.
Absolute carnage behind, but Matiz going up the inside of all-rounder looking to maintain P2. He's pushed all-rounder wide, and that is a safety car. Earth happened at the back. Absolute circus at the back. We've got Camundo in 13th place already. Let's see the guys that were caught up in that. Looks like V6 had a couple of issues. Monster definitely. Maranzano certainly had problems because he's now at the back. But Mike Marshmallow getting a decent start, maintaining the lead. Doesn't look like the order's changed too much. RBZ still in 6th, Delta still in 7th. So yeah, no changes at the front, but there is a safety car. It looked like a lag start. I'm not sure if you saw what happened at the back.
Not really a lag start. I'm not really sure what happened. Nobody really seemed to jump the gun from my point of view because I had started my car. But yeah, it just looks like it might have been 1 or 2 minor collisions at the back. Maranzano looks a little bit far behind, so he may have got spun in that incident. So yeah.
Yeah, from the broadcast view.
Oh, Danny's off. What's happened to Danny?
Ooh. What has happened?
Danny's
to
down
Danny?
17th.
What has happened to Danny? Looks like some sort of problem under the safety car. And Danny M7, I don't know what's gone on with his
more
car.
bad luck for him.
But he's
Has his
unfortunately
wheel
down
played up?
Yeah, it could be. He said he was having wheel calibration issues earlier on today. He said he could race with it, but it looks like it's been back to bite him here. And Danny is down in 17th place, and he was looking good for a podium, a chance at least. But that is all gone now. So that means RBZ jumps a place to 6th, and we've got Delta in the pits, unsurprisingly, because he's basically taking, not a free pit stop, as he's going to lose quite a bit of time, but he's going to be able to do a one-stop. So everyone probably who was on the softs or either involved in those lap point collisions.
Hard runners going into the pits now.
Yeah, probably involved in collisions, but Gorsh Crab has been the huge winner of this. Where did he start on the grid? He's now in 7th, from 17th on the grid, so what a start for him. We can now go through the order. Mike Marshmallow leads from Matthias. All round of those top 3 are the same. Danny's down the order, so Project now inherits.
Danny's in the pits as well, so maybe Danny got some damage. I'm not too sure.
Oh, Project is Danny's not happy. It looks like Project has some sort of lag issues, and Danny has been the victim of that. So, Danny is.
That might have been the collision then, most likely.
It must have been. RBZ in 5th gained 1 place thanks to Danny. 6th place is Cushion. 7th is Goldcard, the big winner from this so far. Feisty Ted in 8th. Rapid 9th. Monster in 10th. Marizano in 11th. Delta, the first of the guys who's pit now, in 12th. Joe 13th. Camendo 14th. He's gained a few places even though he pit. Clarks, Danny, V6 and you round out the order.
Get in there.
So, DNF. So, Danny not happy with the lag of Project, so we can watch out for that at the front. We'll go on board with Project now. He won't be wanting to get too close to anyone really at the moment. RBZ will be probably very worried right now in that Renault, but he won't let that phase him, I'm sure. But Mike, Matthias and all rounder your top 3 on lap 2. Well, we didn't really have much excitement in qualifying until the last couple of minutes, and now we've got a bit of a boring start to the race, unfortunately, but hopefully we can get over that and get racing in a couple of laps time here. Rapid Coot in 9th. Amanda in 14th. Backing up the pack a bit. Danny 16th. He'll be very angry right now. We can already see by his messages in the group chat that he's absolutely seething at what's happened here. But he's going to have to put that behind him and look for a comeback drive. It's been done before by him, and he'll have to do it again.
He's just got to relax. Oh, Project's lag. Yeah, I'm seeing this. It's if you look at RBZ from behind, it is absolutely appalling.
Yeah, not good at all at the moment, and Project could be ruining a couple more races here and through no fight of his own, just for his internet basically. RBZ is back right off. Project's backed off from the guys ahead. Once again looking like he's lagging a little bit, and this is dangerous for all the cars. I'm expecting the safety car to come in either this lap or the lap after, hopefully, and we can get straight back racing. Still 23, 24 more laps at the moment, and we don't have much more action out. I don't think any positions have changed under the safety car, not like they would be able to. And let's have a look at the Drivers' Championship while we are here. Go on.
V6 down in 17th. Now you might think it's not the best from him, but he did say he's suffering from the flu, so he's racing tonight. So fair play to him. Get well soon, V6. I did tell him I'd say that, but yeah. So he won't be up to his best performances tonight, but hopefully he can just get some points and just escape a result from this, despite his illness.
Yeah, can give a quick breakdown of the championships. So Mike leads on 175 points from RBZ on 158. Matthias is third on 155 from Project in 83, so the top 3 really in the class of their own. Danny is on 72 with Camendo on 51. Josh Camelaz and Marizano are tied on 34, Gorsh Crab on 32. Feisty Ted's on 24, Jokes Joe's on 13, Monster on 7, Allrounder on 5, Cushion on 5, and V6 the Fries, Clarks, Delta and Vazak all are on 0. As the safety car is continuing for another lap.
So it's going to be 4 laps the maximum.
It will be coming in at the end of next lap, we're hoping, and that's what we expect.
So this is Cushion's debut as a full-time driver, because he recently got promoted along with Varzak. So currently in 6th place in the soft tyres. You would have thought that he might have pitted for mediums maybe, but he's staying on the soft tyre. He's going to stay with that 2-stop unless he can stretch it out to a 1-stop. Very, very unlikely, but if he can do it, then fair play to him.
Yeah, exactly. The safety car will have helped those guys on the softs though, because they should be able to make it now, I suspect. So yeah, they've definitely got more of a chance of making it, and I'm expecting them to do so. So he's on the soft, that hasn't pit. So Cushion, he'll probably be going for a 1-stop now. Be difficult to make it, as you say, but he's definitely got more than a chance now with the safety car giving much less wear, obviously, because they're not going very quickly at all. RBZ again backing off from Project Bibbly, looking to get right next to him when we start at the end of this lap. Hopefully restart the racing. Lap 4 will be going on to lap 5, which would leave 22 laps to go.
RBZ's currently in 5th, so he did make that place up after Danny binned it. Oh, well, not binned, he got taken up with Project's lag. And Project still is lagging, so RBZ's definitely got to be a bit careful when it comes to battling Project. But at the same time, he can't stay behind him because, you know, you got all-rounder Matiz and Mike up front, and he can't let him get away, otherwise his championship's just going to fall within his grasp.
Exactly. You're completely correct.
Safety car is going to be coming in this lap by the looks of it. So Mike is now slowing down the field.
And we're back
sticking to the limiter.
We
hopefully we have a repeat of Baku, where almost 3 people got blown out down the straight because of a little bit of swerving involved.
Here we go then. We are about to get underway here. Mike is staying down the field. Oh,
like Mike's made a little bit of a mistake, run wide.
Yeah, that's run very wide. But now, here we go. We'll go onto the broadcast camera. And
the top 3 have pulled away from Project.
Yeah, top 3 have pulled away from Project. And RBZ pulled away a lot from Cushion. But we are back racing here on lap 5 of the British Grand Prix. And it is Mike who still maintains the lead. A good restart from him. Big lag from Project there on the broadcast camera, as we can see. And into the braking zone, the first real braking zone since the restart. These guys are looking straight back in the rhythm, which I'm sure won't be too difficult for these guys. Gorsh Crab in 6th place at the moment. He's jumped another spot ahead of Cushions. He'll be happy with that. And we've got RBZ already right behind Project. I'm not sure if there's anything going on at the front. Doesn't look like there is. Looks like Mike's maintaining that lead fairly comfortably at the moment. RBZ right behind Project.
All-rounder sticking with them.
The all-rounder did a very good job so far, and we can look at this. Danny is already up into P12, so he's been making some moves early on, and he's about to go past the Toro Rosso as well for 11th place. He's gone past Maranzano, looks like. Oh no, sorry, it's the other Toro Rosso, Delta.
Ooh, he's gone past,
yeah. And he'll be all over Maranzano as we head down towards Cops. He's in that slipstream. Surely he won't be able to go up the inside. He's trying it up the inside, and Maranzano giving him the room. Maranzano's going very, very wide, and that should be the position lost to Danny. But Delta's on his outside.
The inside though.
He's going to maintain it at the inside. Great racing from these two. Danny won't be very happy with this at the moment though. Camundo is also getting involved. Danny looking to get that position secured, but they're going to go side by side. No, they're not. So Danny has secured that position.
Delta's going to be in Danny's slipstream now. So here comes Delta.
Delta
trying to go around the outside.
It doesn't look like he can make that done. But we've got Mike and Matiz going side by side.
Defending by Danny.
Corner. But Mike maintains.
Oh, Delta at the inside. Delta, bit of a dive bomb there.
Oh my God, RBZ's out.
Oh, RBZ's gone.
He's gone. We just saw that on the broadcast camera. We just saw his wheel fall off his car. That could have been a huge lag incident. It looks like it is because Project's off into the gravel as well on my screen. Absolutely incredible scenes here. Project is off into the gravel.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. RBZ won 2 in a row. It will not be made 3 in a row because he is out of the race. It looks like some sort of lag incident. He'll be absolutely raging with that if it was. But now we've got Matiz on the inside of Mike. Here we go into the field. Can he get it done around the outside of Delta? He'll be looking to get the switchback though out of this corner. But the big news of this race so far is that RBZ is out of the Grand Prix and his race is over prematurely here today.
I'm pretty sure that was a lag incident from Project. I don't think RBZ would just go and turn left into a wall or something. So definite shame, because he's probably very annoyed knowing that he needs to catch up in his championship.
Who'd have thought this?
He could lose 25 points to Mike and Matiz. Well, he will lose them if they stay in those positions.
Gorsh Crab is in P4. Unbelievable scenes here from 17th on the grid. He won't know how he's got there. But Feisty Ted is all over.
Here comes Ted though.
Yeah, I'll go on board with the leaders.
Go look around the outside. Should try and get the move done. Oh, Gorsh pushed him out wide. Bit naughty by Gorsh there. And now Joe's had to do evasive action. But Joe goes into 5th, but slides all over after the averting the crisis. Delta and Danny having a massive battle. But now Monster's gone up the inside of Delta. So that big contact to the back almost. Delta's gone off now. Delta's lost about 5 positions in the space of about 2 corners.
Well, Delta, after looking okay early on, It's not looking great at the moment, but the gap at the front maintained is 0.3 of a second between
All-rounder
Mike
is
and
staying
Mattias.
within DRS.
All-rounder doing
we
well so
know
far. Danny's in
All-rounder,
7th place.
He's probably not at the same pace as Mattias and Mike, but with Slipstream, he can stay with them. So he's doing an extremely well job right now because he's had a bit of unluck in the past few races, being taken out at Baku. I didn't see what happened to him at Austria. I just don't think. Did what happened to him? Do you know what position he finished at Austria?
Sorry, who?
Let's see. All-rounder.
What?
Project's gone. Austria for all-rounder.
Oh, Austria. I don't. He didn't. He didn't race.
Oh, did he not race? Okay. So yeah, so he's probably wanting to get a good finish here, and it looks like a podium is definitely on the cards because Danny is way down the order. RBZ, oh, he's looking at the inside of Mattias there.
Look at this.
Yeah, and
Mattias
RBZ's
is
out,
right.
Project is out. So
Mattias is
That's
right
a podium for
behind
all-rounder.
Mike, but all-rounder is also right behind
Ooh.
Mattias. Gorsh is still in 4th,
Very
and
close.
Ted's down to 6th. So I don't know what happened between him and Gorsh, but Ted losing a bit of
Gorsh
time.
run him out.
Ah, yeah, of
and,
course. Yeah, you said that, didn't you?
Ted went straight onto the gravel. Gorsh didn't. So
Fair enough.
yeah.
Yeah. But
not what we
we
like to
can
see, but
Look at
yeah.
the race director now. We've got Joe's pit. He's in 5th. He's doing well. Danny's pit, of course. Camundo in 10th place now, so he's doing well. Project is out, and as is RBZ, unfortunately. That's the main one. That's his first non-finish of the season. It'll be his first finish outside the points. And it'll only be the second, or it'll be the first of the top 3 this season to have not scored in a Grand Prix. So, absolutely gutting for him. No fault of his own, but that's what happens on this game, and well, can't say I'm surprised after looking at Project's lag early on. It looked very bad. All-rounders right on Mattias now as we go into Cop. Surely he won't try it. Doesn't look like he will, but Mike looks to have extended his lead a bit on Mattias. Mattias will be looking
if anything, all-rounder looks faster than Mattias. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not saying he is faster, but he's looking the more consistent driver because Mattias has lost time on Mike. And if Mattias has gone on the grass, is this a chance for all-rounder? Doesn't look like it quite yet.
No, Mattias in that DRS and Slipstream and Mike will be tough.
Or maybe actually.
Oh, he's looking at the inside.
All-rounder's definitely running some lower wings.
Yeah, definitely. You've gained a lot on that straight. So it is going to be dry throughout this race by what we've been told. Be surprised if there's any rain, but I'm sure we'll see soon if there is. But Mike maintaining the lead from Mattias, and all-rounder looking very racy at the moment.
Oh, there all-rounder's run wide. A little bit. I don't think he's lost time, but he ran wide.
Fair
Now, the
enough.
crucial part of this race is going to be the pit stop phase, because I'm sure all 3 of these will either come in at the same time or try and gain an undercut. And if some pit stop crew do better than others, we could see a bit of a change in lead.
Yeah, exactly. We could. That's a good point. And we've already got Camundo and Gorsh Crab with stop goes. I think Camundo's already served his, but it doesn't look like Gorsh has. So Gorsh, despite being in 4th place at the moment, will have to serve a drive-through. A stop go.
Danny's into 7th now, coming up to the
Great
back
job.
of Gorsh, Joe, and Feisty Ted.
He'll be looking to get that
Feisty
4th
Ted
place back, which he
Definitely
really
looks like
deserves.
the fastest
So,
driver out of the 4.
yeah, Danny looking good. And look at this, guys. 3-way battle for the lead. All-rounder not quite looking at the inside, but he's so close at the
Ooh.
moment. But Mattias is all over
Those
Mike
wings
as
are
well.
helping him a lot.
Mattias is all over Mike. Could we see a change for the lead soon here? These guys are going to look to. He's going to look to stay right behind him.
Something tells me
onto the
all-rounder
straight.
could be getting Mattias here. I'm not too sure. Oh no, he lost the back end then.
Mattias is
Maybe.
all over Mike. Look at the
Let's
gap.
get-
There's nothing between
Could
it.
we go? Could we be going 3 wide here?
Here we
Look,
go,
here comes
Mattias.
all-rounder now.
Yep, here
Oh, they're
comes
going 3
all-rounder.
wide.
At the inside, Mattias later on the brakes, and he takes the apex as his. And Mattias has taken the lead of the race, looking on behind now, and that's
all-rounder and Mike had a
all-rounder.
bit of contact. All-rounder and Mike had a bit of contact there. Touch
Yeah,
wheels.
sure.
They are so lucky they didn't collide.
Yeah, they are lucky, but all-rounder will be the happier of the two because he's up into second. Mike gets bumped down 2 positions in one corner. So Mattias has now taken the lead of the Grand Prix on lap 10. We'll be expecting the pit stops in a couple of lap times, which, as you say, will be the crucial stage of the race. 4th place is absolutely nowhere at the moment, so it's between these 3 at the moment for the win. Danny M7, the guy that has lost out big time from the lag in terms of actually being still in the race. RBZ has lost the most, of course, being out of it. But Joe has also passed Gorsh for P4, so Joe proving maybe a little bit more pace than Gorsh Crab, and yeah, he's already gained a couple of attempts for the second, so he'll be looking to pull away. And we've also got
Here comes
Feisty
Ted at the inside of Gorsh.
all over Gorsh.
Yeah. Looks
I'll
like
go.
but no, Gorsh got better straight line speed by the looks of it, running lower wings. It's good to see that the slipstream glitch is not taking its place again here today. It looks of it, because of course that basically ruined the battle between Matiz and RBZ at Baku, with Matiz not being able to catch up with DRS. But it looks like it's good here with All-Rounder and his wings just flying past people.
Tell you what, All-Rounder's looking very good here, and he could be about to...
He's looking for a move.
P1. Here we go down the straight, he's going to get...
Here he goes. Is he going to go for it?
A big DRS, he's going up the inside. Oh, extraordinary stuff from All-Rounder. Matiz just about cutting him off on the apex there.
Running a bit wide there.
Yeah, very wide. Into the final corner we go, and Matiz just about maintains the lead of the Grand Prix. But those two are still right behind him. Now on board with Danny M7, right behind Feisty Ted.
They want to be taking these mediums about 11 to 12 laps if they want to nail the one stop. So if they want to pit earlier, it's their choice, but like they could stretch them out longer. I mean, they have fresher hards, and that means they'll be quicker to the end of the race. Exactly, this all depends on strategy.
Strategy will be absolutely crucial. I reckon the strategy will be well, the same for everyone, but it depends what lap they pit. Anyway, back to the battle right at the front of this Grand Prix, because Matiz is still in the lead. He looks to have edged out a little bit from All-Rounder, but that won't last long, I'm sure. Matiz, though, maintaining the lead for now. We might be losing a little bit of time, but he'll shortly catch that back up straight away, as Danny is now looking like likely to take 4th in a couple of laps' time, because he's 7th, but right behind the gap. The battle for 4th, sorry, Cam Mundo's in 13th, so he's going backwards. Not sure if he's coming to the pits again. We can have a look now. He hasn't, so he's just going backwards at the moment, unfortunately for him, which is not what I expected.
Oh, All-Rounder going for the undercut, and Mike is.
Ooh.
Matiz stays out. Did either of them speed? I hope not. I hope neither of them sped.
I don't think they did. But I can tell you, All-Rounder has a penalty for exceeding track limits already.
Two penalties. 2 penalties and a warning.
2 penalties. So All-Rounder, despite showing good pace, he's in big trouble in terms of warnings, unfortunately for him. And yeah, it could be all over already for him.
Oh, very slow stop from the Red Bull team for Mike.
Yeah, he's just got a lot of time. So Matiz will be looking to absolutely push as hard as he can now to try and maintain the lead of the race. Project is still there with
huge battle for second here. Joe, Gorsh,
brilliant
Ted
stuff.
and Danny.
You can take us through this battle if you want, if there's any moves going on.
Yep, I'm just watching now. So Ted looking at the inside of Gorsh. 7 tells me Ted's definitely the faster of the two, but Gorsh looks like to be running lower wings, and along with that slipstream from, oh my god, it's Joe. Ooh, Ted almost turning in on Danny then. Very close between those two.
Yep, I'll go on board. You can keep talking through that if you want, so I'll go mould with Matiz and McRae's going to come out.
Yep, so Danny's looking at Ted now. Joe seems to be pulling away a little bit, I'm not too sure. Ted's right up Gorsh's rear now. Maybe had a bit of trouble through Maggots and Beckett's with the dirty air. And he's run wide. All Ted's on the grass a little bit. Danny's going to get him here, surely. Danny's going to get him. There he goes. Or maybe not. No.
Here comes
and Danny's run wide.
Right, Matiz in the pits.
Now. I'll keep on board with All-Rounder and see if All-Rounder comes out before, so let me know when Matiz is coming out.
Yeah, Matiz is on his way out now. He's pretty decent pit stop for him. He's dropped behind that battle.
All-Rounder's in the pits again. Did All-Rounder speed in the pits?
He must have. Disaster.
I did say he looked going into the pit. Oh no.
So here we go, Matiz.
Such a shame.
Coming out the track now. Where is Mike? That's the big
Mike's
question.
coming around the first corner now.
On board with Mike now, and
Matiz
is ahead, but for how long? That's the question. He maintains the effective lead, so Matiz has got out ahead, and it's going to be a battle between these guys because All-Rounder, unfortunately, I'll just confirm that is indeed the case that he did speed in the pit lane.
In the pit lane.
Yeah,
and I did say he looked to be going in there a bit too heavy, and again he's made another mistake, and that has cost him.
He'll be absolutely
he's
gutted.
So unlucky this season.
absolutely good. He has been unlucky, but unfortunately,
Guaranteed podium for him pretty much there. But
yeah, that was all his fault, and now Joe does lead for now. I'm sure that won't be lasting too long, as I'm sure he'll have to come into the pits again. I believe he was one of those guys that pit quite early, actually. Yeah, he did. He pit on lap 1 of the safety cars, so he'll be coming in again. All this race ends, and we've got Danny right behind Gorsh Crab. Can he get it done? Into Stowe. No, it doesn't look like he can, so Danny holding station in P4 at the moment. Maybe, what's he going to go on to at the end? Probably the mediums or the softs. We'll see at the end. He came in lap 1, so probably the mediums. But here we go, side by side for the lead. Feisty Ted and Joe. And Feisty Ted's taking it into turn 1. Not a usual overtaking spot, but he's got it done there. And Gorsh Crab could be looking on the inside as well for P2. Unbelievable here. Look how close it is between these guys. And Matiz is still ahead of Mike.
Joe's at the inside. Joe's at the inside. He's got the move on Gorsh, but Gorsh gets a better run out the corner. Oh, Gorsh
taking it.
Very naughty.
Joe could lose 3 positions in just a couple of just 1 sector here, because Danny's looking up this inside. And he's going to get that done as well. So Joe has lost 3 positions. He was in the lead. He's now 4th.
Gorsh was very naughty when it came to defending from Joe. Basically almost turned into him, but he definitely just kept it clean, so good racing between these two.
We've now got Matiz.
Mike's right behind Matiz, yeah.
Who's right behind
V6 ahead, so this
V6, yeah.
Cause a stir.
Hopefully for Matiz, he can get through straight away.
Mike will not want that to happen, so Mike's going to want to stay as close as possible, maybe try and get a double overtake on V6 if he doesn't put a fight in. He's run wide a little bit, so maybe Matiz could be going for a move here. Oh, V6 pulls that away. Good thinking by him. He knows he's not as quick as these two. Wise, try and battle them.
So what, Joe's not giving up on this yet. Looking at the inside of Danny, but can't quite get that done. Danny maintaining 3rd. Could be looking to take 2nd shortly. He's looking at Gorsh Crab, but he comes into the pit, so Danny does bail, as I said. He's looking for that undercut, probably getting onto the mediums now. Or the hards, not sure. Probably the mediums, though, to the end of the race. So he is coming in, and he'll be looking to get an undercut on that huge group 4, which will now be P3 or maybe P4, depending on what All-Rounder does. But All-Rounder is a long, long way behind. About 30 seconds now behind Matiz after that drive-through. Look at this. Mike is right behind Matiz. And he can't get the move done into there, but we're looking for the DRS as he comes out of the exit of this left-hander, and then another left-hander for him. And here we go, getting a decent exit, but not quite good enough, I don't think. And I think Matiz will comfortably maintain that position for now. We're looking at a perfect view of Mike in the mirrors as we fly down towards that corner. But nope, nothing doing this time. And Ted still leads, and he's got pretty big margin now to Gorsh Crab and Joe. Look at this for between Gorsh and Joe. Gorsh just about maintaining that position. Very hard racing from these two. And Joe will have to wait until the DRS surely to try to get this one done. Gorsh cutting that corner slightly. He won't be looking to get too many warnings, and he gets a good exit here, does Gorsh. Joe, they're getting a brilliant slingshot through there, and this should be a simple move of DRS. Around the outside or the inside, he chooses into Stowe. Gorsh trying to block it off, but it's to no avail as Joe dives up the inside. And that is going to be P2 for him. See where Danny
Mike's looking at the inside of Matiz. Here goes Mike. Oh, not quite. Very close. These two are going to be having a massive battle for the lead. Oh, Matiz on the grass. Mike's going to go to the inside. Matiz defends. Oh, very close. Matiz, bit dangerous there. He did 2 changes of direction.
He did,
sure, Mike would not be liking that. But Mike does a switch back now. Gets a better run out the corner. And he gets very superior traction. Oh, they're touching. Oh, my goodness me. Not a repeat of Austria, for God's sakes.
Very close racing between these two here. Just about on the borderline of fair and safe. As Matiz maintains the lead of the Grand Prix. Only just, though, from Mike. Well, effectively, sorry. As Feisty Ted still leads. And I can tell you that Joe and Gorsh have both come into the pits. Don't know where Gorsh has gone. He's lost
Here comes Mike.
a lot of time to Joe.
Right behind Matiz, still staying behind him. Just staying with him.
P5 and effectively P4 because he's right behind Cam Mendo, and this will be a simple move for Danny M7. He will surely fly past Cam Mendo on those medium tyres, and Danny's done a superb job here. This has been a trademark class recovery drive from him so far. It's 4th, and surely the Feisty Ted due to pit. 3rd place is his for the taking.
Mike's still bearing down on Matiz. He's within the DRS, but he's just not within to attack.
Very close though out of here. Still not quite good enough though.
Ted's finally into the pits now, so now Matiz and Mike will be taking first and second in this race.
Yeah, looking very good unless these guys have an Austria-esque collision. It is looking like it's all over for anyone else to take the top 2 stops on the podium. Feisty Ted has now come into the pits, and we're expecting Danny M7 to take.
I think Ted's going to be coming out before him actually.
Yeah,
it's going to be close.
Very close. In fact,
I think Ted's got it. Ted's going to come out before Danny.
Very, very close, but it does look like Ted's going to have it. Well, it's actually very, very close.
Oh no, he doesn't.
No, Danny does have it. Yeah, I
by
suspected that might be the case. Side by side between Feisty Ted and Joe. Who was that? Yeah, it is Joe.
Joe's got it.
Joe goes up the inside.
Ted will come back in a few laps.
Yeah, he will be back, I'm sure, shortly.
So right now, Danny is in a podium position. Who would have thought that when he got taken out by Project at the start of the safety car that he'd be ended up in P3 on lap 17?
Amazing stuff from Danny. Race ruined.
Oh, Mike spun!
Oh my god, he has.
Mike and Matiz have had a collision.
They must have had some sort of collision because the gap was only 0.003 across the sector split, so they were going side by side there. Unfortunately, we missed it because of that tense stuff with Feisty Ted. But Matiz and Mike have had an incident. Mike has lost a whole heap of time, and that could be game over. 8.8, that's surely game over now.
Well, we're gonna have to see what happens after the race or in the interviews, because I'm sure Mike will have something to say about that, unless it was his fault. But I'm pretty sure it wasn't. It might have been a racing incident. You don't really know what could have happened. I didn't see what happened.
No, I didn't see it.
So we'll just have to be investigated after the race.
But RG Matiz may well have this race sewn up now, and that should be game over in terms of the win. Looks like the podium spots, unless Joe can find a surge of speed. Looks like he's just about sticking with Danny. Danny sent the fast lap, unsurprisingly, on those mediums. This could be the battle that we'll be looking at now for 3rd place. So, do you think it's going to get 3rd? Do you think Danny's got this sewn up then? But Joe is maintaining a chance here at P3. He's right behind Danny M7. Not a lot going on at the moment, though, unfortunately. But Danny is becoming very defensive into there for some reason. Interesting strategy from him.
Mind games, maybe? And the question I have is now, Danny's on mediums, Mike's on hards. Will Danny catch up?
It'll be difficult. The gap's like 10 seconds now, so I doubt we'll be seeing a late charge, but you never know. You never ever know, but I don't think the gap will be, lap time difference will be that large, to be honest. Who's that, left or out of the race? We didn't catch that.
Virtual safety car's in, or virtual safety car's out, my bad.
Yeah, Vapikut is out of the race, and that has deployed the virtual safety car, which I'm sure will be good news. For Matiz, he looks to wind down to the victory, and this is a good time to go through the order. So Matiz does lead as a result.
V6 Racing's into the pits.
By a long way, yep, he is. All-rounder still out on track. Mike in P2. Danny P3 after a superb comeback drive. He was last pretty much at one point. Joe in 4th. Feisty Ted in 5th. Marizano in 6th. Gorsh Crab in 7th. Go on.
Did V6 just speed into the pits? He's got a penalty in this lap. He looks quick going to the pit. I don't know if he's spared. Why would you... if he has, I don't know why would you do that under the SC.
No, he didn't. All-rounder in 8th, V6 in 9th, Monster, Clarks, Camundo, Delta, Cushion and Project round out the order of those still racing, although Project has left the session. Yeah, he didn't. He just got 3-second penalty. But I think we're back underway now. No, yellow flag's still out, so maybe not.
No, we're underway now.
Yeah, back underway now. So, Matiz gets this underway and he's looking to drive home to what would be his third
Ted
race win of the
right
season.
behind Joe.
Yeah, we'll go on board with about
Good,
an hour.
good even DRS.
Through it.
Pretty sure Ted has got 3 laps fresher tyres, maybe more than that, I'm not even sure. But he's definitely got much fresher tyres than Joe. He loses the back end a bit before the DRS straight, so he's not going to be able to get him here. But you can see the superior traction he's got with the fresher tyres. So I'll just stay on board with these guys for a while now.
Yeah, good idea. See what's happening nearer the back. We've got Christian in 14th still going along. He's right behind Clark, so that's about 13th. Still good that those guys are going at it. Commando in 11th. He had a very poor race. Monster filling out the last point position. V6 now in 9th. All round after that, drive through penalty is in 8th, but could get up to 6th, even though, although he does have 2-second penalty, 2 time penalties, which will halt his progress. And Danny in 3rd. You said about him maybe catching Mike. Gap's down to now about 7 seconds, so he's gained about 3 seconds, so you never know here. It'll be very difficult.
The abuse of the VSC.
Yes, he must have. I doubt he'll be able to catch that up though. And Mike in P2, of course.
Might be team orders, you know. Mike's leading the championship. Danny's
what's it,
5th in the championship.
On board with our leader, RG Matiz, and he will be driving him now to what could become a controversial victory. We haven't seen the incident yet, but it could become a very controversial one indeed. And let's have a look at the black battle we were watching a minute ago between Ted and Joe. Looks like it's still going on.
Oh, Ted's got past Joe finally, so he got to 4th now, and now he's going to be on the chase for Danny. Not sure if you get Danny, but Danny, like, he's on faster tyres, but he's not really pulling away. Because I remember he did have an undercut on Joe, so it might even be less fresher tyres than him. He could be about 5 laps older tyres than Ted. So with 5 laps to go, this could be very tasty.
Yeah, hopefully we do get a bit of a battle for the podium. That's what we like. So look at the penalty situation for the top guys. Matiz has 2 warnings, so 1 away from a penalty. Mike has
both
a
Ted
penalty.
And Danny. Danny and Ted both on 2 warnings, so
Mike
5 of them get in a battle and they make a little corner cut.
Yeah, exactly. You're right there. Mike does have a penalty. Danny doesn't, but the gap is about 8 seconds now, so we don't need to worry about that unless Mike gets 2 more penalties, which I will be very surprised if he manages to do that. But this will have big repercussions in the championship battle, because Matiz will go up to 2nd place, ahead of RVZ of course, and he'll close the gap by 7 points to Mike.
Bit coincidental that Danny has a warning on the same lap that he got taken out, maybe? He's got a warning from that, so it might be been a corner cut and then spun off. Don't know.
Yeah,
I really don't know what's happened.
That could be taken off at the end, who knows. Maybe it's a warning for a collision actually. I'll check if it was for track limits or if it was for a collision. I'll have a look right now at the top of the race director. If not, if it is for a collision, and where is he? Yeah, collision, so he only actually has 1 warning at the moment for track limits, so he's okay for now. Ted sets
I'd like to see what happened between Mike and
yes. Look at this, Ted is right behind Danny.
He's caught up pretty quickly. Definitely it's the fresher tyres, surely, because you saw in qualifying he would not have the pace compared to Danny, so Danny's tyres must be screaming.
Ted pit on lap 16 for the mediums, and Danny came in on lap 14, so 2 extra laps.
Mate, not too much then.
No, and with 5 laps to go, this will be a tasty battle for the final podium spot, unless either of these 2 has penalties. Doesn't look Ted has. Ted doesn't, so Joe does, so he's out of the running, unless there's a crash. But we're between these 2 now for that final podium spot between Danny and Ted.
Yeah, Joe has penalty. I'll just make sure that it's not from it's not a stop go or anything. I'm just checking it now. Oh my god, it's Joe. Seeing track limits. No, he got multiple warnings for seeing track limits, so it's deserved penalty. And he won't get that removed because he's had 5 warnings, so.
Yep. So that's
basically over for him now.
yeah.
Ted's getting very aggressive by Danny.
Just watch this battle with 4 laps to go. 4 more times. They'll come through here. And here comes Feisty Ted. Not quite close enough, I doubt, but for this straight, but maybe the next one. We could be looking at the inside here. We'll see shortly. And not this time around for Ted, but Danny's under huge pressure at the moment for that final podium spot. Ted is looking very racy and very quick at the moment. Mike and Matiz are very similar pace. With all-rounder in 7th place, so he has made a slight recovery, and he is about 2nd behind Maranzano for 6th place. But look at Ted, he has looking like he has a lot more pace than Danny at the moment, a lot more potential in that car. And he might be about to show it here as we come through the right-hander. Now pushing down the power, he's going to get the switch around the DRS. He's big favourite to make the move into Stowe here. Here he comes down the straight. Will he go to the left or to the right? Goes to the left. Danny defends very aggressively and keeps Ted behind for now. But Ted's going to get a good exit out of Stowe. And now into the chicane he goes. Will it be? No, it won't be this time for Ted. So he's going to have a few more chances. He's going to have 3 more laps to get this done.
Ted's run wide.
He has run very
Joe
wide.
could be looking for an overtake now.
Danny will be praying that Joe gets past.
Not quite. Didn't want to risk a move there. That's a little bit of separation between Ted and Danny now.
Yeah, but Danny does not.
Again, these two.
Great.
One warning, and that's their chance at podium over.
Well, remember Danny's first one was only 4. Oh no, he has 2 now. Okay, fair enough. So yeah, 1 more for him, and he's done. And Ted has a penalty. So Danny, big favourite now.
Has he had a penalty now?
Danny's a huge favourite.
That must have been when he exceeded track limits at the final corner.
Yep.
I'm sure he'll try and get that removed because he didn't gain any time from that. From my point of view, he just ran wide a little bit.
True. It might have been a 10-second penalty due to it was only for a 3-second penalty, but that could be game over for the podium spots at the moment. Let's keep on board with Ted though, because he is as close as he's got so far on these guys.
He's got to get past Danny. He's got to try and pull away.
Surely this time he will do it. Round the outside into Stowe.
It's going to be close. Oh, Danny, very aggressive still.
Ted going to get a good exit though. Here we go into the final corners, but no, again, Danny maintains it. 2 laps to go for the front runners. Unless there's a big drama, it will be Matiz who's going to take a very important victory here today.
So Ted's got another warning, so I don't know if that penalty is going to be removed now. He's got 4 warnings.
And Joe is still right behind him. 2 laps to go in this race. Who will get the final podium spot? Danny is the safe bet.
Surely going to be Danny.
Unless there's some sort of incident, it will be Danny, surely. Ted, though, have been a very impressive drive from him. Gorsh in 7th, and all-rounder in 8th now. He's coming to the pit again. Oh my goodness, all-rounder. He pitted on lap 11 for the hard tyre, and he's had to come in again for the softs, it looks like. And well, could this race get bad to worse?
Danny is lagging a lot. Him and Project have formed to make the ultimate lag.
All-rounder in 10th now. As we go on board with Danny M7.
You got to feel sorry for all-rounder again. Probably would have got a podium out of this, or would have, because Danny would not be with him. So here comes Ted now. He's got a better run. He's not going to get Danny just by going side by side with him, because Danny will just block him and brake later.
Wow, Matiz set the fastest lap. Very impressive as he goes on to the final lap.
Danny. Ted's going to get it. No, Danny brakes later, but Danny locks up. And Ted takes it. Ted finally took it off of Danny.
Unless Danny has a penalty.
And now Joe's looking at it. Joe's looking for a move. Joe's going to go for it.
Danny has a penalty.
Danny's got a penalty now. Oh, no. It's all game then.
Is it? It is, unless Feisty Ted gets a Couple of warnings on the final lap. Danny will have to make the move, and I don't think he's going to be able to do it. So it's looking good for Ted here for an extraordinary P3. What a drive it's been from him.
Is that going to be his first podium in the season?
Yeah, it will be. It'll be the first guy outside the top 5 to take a podium this season. And what a drive it's been from him. His best finish was 5th in Austria so far, and he's going to do 2 better this time. And it's looking good for a huge podium finish if he can hold on. He hasn't got an extra warning on this lap, so it's looking very good. He's got a huge gap. We'll go back on board with Matiz, because we'll see him come across the line in a couple of moments. But we'll go back on board with Ted, and he has pulled a huge gap to Danny. It's game over for the third, unless Ted makes a huge error. But back on board with Matiz, he's come round Stowe. It's been a controversial Grand Prix, no doubt, here in Silverstone. He looks very happy, he's weaving already, so maybe that incident wasn't his fault. But he's going to come around the final corner to take his 3rd win in the season. And he's putting himself right back in that championship race. RG Matiz wins the British Grand Prix here in SRL. What a drive.
Look at the gap Danny has lost to Ted. Surely, even if he didn't have that penalty, it could have been over then. Because look, is that a free? It might be a 3-second gap around almost.
Mike Marshmallow comes home in P2. It'll be a damaged invitation after that spin. He'll be happy though that to maintain the championship lead, and given that RBZ crashed out of the race, Feisty Ted comes home in 3rd place. And does he maintain that? Yes, he does. So Feisty Ted gets P3. Great drive from him. Danny in P4. Joe in P5. Is it going to be Gorsh Crab who comes home in P6? No, it's going to be Marizano in P6. Is that Gorsh Crab in 7th? It looks like it is. So he'll be happy with his day's work.
There's still a battle for 12th place right now between Cushion and Clarks for
V6.
A non-point scoring finish, but still battle nonetheless.
Yeah,
don't know what happened to Mundo finishing P10 in the end.
No, he's had a bad day. Very bad day. V6 comes around the final corner in 8th place with all-rounder.
Here comes
fast
Clarks.
lap on the softs on the final lap in 10th.
Clarks isn't going to get Cushion by looks of it.
Sorry. Wow, all-rounder jumped V6 because of penalties.
That's surprising. I thought all-rounder had some penalties too. So V6 must have done a lot of grass trimming this race.
Monster comes home in 11th position. Solid, if not spectacular from him. So there it is, the result. Look at those penalties. Only Matiz in the top 10.
Only Matiz without a penalty.
Matiz takes the victory. Superb from him, from Mike in 2nd. Feisty Ted from 11th. He'll be very happy in 3rd place. Danny, good comeback from him in 4th. Joe picks up 5th place. He'll be pretty pleased with that one as well. Marizano in 6th. Gorsh Carb impressive in 7th, once again from 17th on the grid. All-rounder in 8th, a bad day for him, the German in the Ferrari. V6 in 9th, a mixed day for him. Camendo will be disappointed with 10th. Monster comes home in 11th with Cushion in 12th. Clarks in 13th, Delta 14th after some early promise with a couple of others, McLaren Honda's project. And the big loss from this race was RBZ, out of the race early on because of lag, and he comes home in P17.